Welcome and thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports as we get ready to go with our Saturday night presentation. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. Here's a look at what's coming up for Oklahoma City. On Monday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
This is a cushy slate coming up. They'll be facing a lot of beatable teams at home. It doesn't get any easier than that in this league.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And for the Hawks, Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Johnson and Porzingis there inside. And it's Young in at the point. Well, Grant, we're still early on in this new season. I imagine it can be difficult to get back into the flow of things.
You know, B.A., you're spot on. It definitely takes some time to get used to the grind of the season again. You know, between the traveling and the hotel rooms, changing time zones. But you find your flow again eventually.
Another shot. And it's laid up and in by Holmgren.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Outside Risache. Johnson a screen on Williams. The 3 from Risache. Dort grabs the miss. And it's Dort with the ball for the Thunder. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
And that game, I love their mentality. They were focused on getting to the free throw line a lot and shooting a great percentage from there.
Well, they were in attack mode the entire night, and the defense was often slow to react. That's how you get a lead.
And Shea's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
Daniels outside. Outside Johnson. Sinks the tray.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Holmgren outside. Gilgeous-Alexander against Young. And Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
The 3 from Risache. Hartenstein pulls it in. Here's Oklahoma City now. First chance of the season for them to go up against Atlanta.
Last year, they battled to a stalemate, winning 1 game apiece.
And when you don't play that often, it can be hard to read an opponent. Sometimes that's the great equalizer.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. It might not always show up on the stat sheet, but Lu Dort is one of the most feared defenders around, Legs.
Well, he's built like a middle linebacker, and he brings a high level of physicality. B.A., there's a reason he's earned the nickname the Torture Chamber.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
A team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Dort's shot is good.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Here's Daniels. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Johnson for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Holmgren. Tipped away. Stolen by Daniels. And now the Hawks on the break. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. How about Dyson Daniels, Grant? Last season, leading the league in steals.
Well, averaging over 3 a game. That mark hadn't been met in over 3 decades, B.A. In the process, the Aussie earning the nickname, the Great Barrier Thief. Not bad.
3 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, excellent D there from Young. Atlanta has gone 1 of 4 from deep. To the inside. Porzingis. Oh, Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Thunder trail by 3. Here's Hartenstein. Porzingis grabs the board.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Pass to Young. Here's Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. 8 points for Dyson Daniels.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I brought up Jalen Williams, and Coach said that he has a plan. Williams is an impressive all-around player. Coach did admit that, but we're hoping for some physical, high-pressure defense that will put him off his game a little tonight. A simple strategy, but Coach seems confident that it'll get results. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Johnson. And stolen by Williams. Shoots over Johnson. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. While we have a moment, let's check out the highest scoring teams in the league last season. The 4th spot held by Oklahoma City. Atlanta in 5th.
This is going to be a shooting contest as much as it is anything else. We know both of these teams are capable of racking up some huge point totals.
A shot to stop the run. And Dort with the bucket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander. So Dort's got 6.
Not afraid to shoot. Dort has become more confident in his jumper, and you see why.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Outside Johnson. And it's off from 3-point range.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Williams looking around. Shot from 12. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Young. Playing Orlando, he was nearly unstoppable. Pass to Rizachet. Here's Johnson. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And here's Holmgren. Over Porzingis. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Rizachet. To the middle. And stolen by Holmgren. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. SGA's got his 3rd assist of the night. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander against Young. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Now, how about Trae Young from close range? And this guy is such an impressive all-around scorer.
Thunder trail by 3. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. And that one's good. Holmgren's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
The Hawks have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Young, the pass to Johnson. Daniels, a screen on Holmgren. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. And in the first year of a 5-year, $150 million extension, Jalen Johnson, a key player for his team moving forward, Legs.
And he's coming off that shoulder surgery, an injury which ended his season prematurely. And he's a lefty, so hopefully that won't be an issue going forward.
Let's not forget he's Milwaukee tough, too. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Alexander Walker comes in for Daniels, then for Oklahoma City. Wiggins, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Caruso comes in for Dort. And Joe's subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Wallace. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson is just a do-it-all kind of guy. He can hit the 3, he can create offense for his teammates, and then he gives you great effort defensively.
Williams is checked in for Chet Holmgren. No good on the 2nd free throw. And the Executive of the Year award last season. One more going OKC's way, Tim.
Well, it's well-deserved when you look at a championship team, and they are just getting started. You hate to use that D word, but when it's all said and done, they can run off a few of them.
The Hawks leading. And here's Young. Outside, Alexander Walker fires from deep, and he buries his first look.
And Young is just an intelligent player. He knows precisely when he should look for an open teammate.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 16 so far. Now here's Wallace. No points so far. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Left side, Johnson. The kick out to Young. Joe with the ball. And it's Young picking him up. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You gotta love the effort. That's big time.
And Atlanta with possession here. Following the bucket by the Thunder. Porzingis passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Young from deep. And the Hawks with another 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Minute 32 left in the first quarter of the game. Wallace outside. Off target from outside.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Inside. Outside, Alexander Walker. Young from long range. Williams grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Joe. And he lays it up and in.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
58 seconds left in the first quarter here. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside, Johnson. Off the mark there with a 3.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Right side, Williams. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. And out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. Atlanta making some changes here. Newell, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Krejci comes in for Johnson. And it's Kennard in for Trae Young. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Kennard. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Fires the 3. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 4. Caruso left side. Outside, Williams. 4-3. Can't get it to drop. And so it's Dyson Daniels making things happen for Atlanta. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back to the game after this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
On the court for the Thunder, Wallace and Williams run the wings. Aaron Wiggins out there with Jalen Williams. And it's Caruso in at the 1. Pass to Newell. Kennard against Caruso. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Newell. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Thunder are a powerhouse without possessing a bunch of big-name stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said the front office does a good job of picking players to be a part of the organization, and Coach Mark Daigneault said our job as a team is for the whole to be better than the sum of the parts. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Here's Caruso, following the score by Atlanta. Wiggins for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks lead by 4. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Back to Kennard from downtown. They grab their own miss. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. And he can't get the first one. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or 2.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Carlson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. You know, Tim, when it comes to deflections and steals, who's better than the Thunder?
The answer, nobody. They pressure the ball, they run swarms of defenders at you, and they have a way of overwhelming and exhausting their opponents.
Now here's Kennard. No points yet. Pass to Newell. Lets it go from deep. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Atlanta making some changes. Risacher, he's checked in for Krejci. Daniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Trae Young in for Kennard. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Jang's checked in. Now here's Caruso. 6 points for him. Pass to Jang. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Daniels. The Hawks lead by 8. Young, the pass to Okongwu.
He didn't have his feet planted.
The Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Outside Risacher. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The floater, and he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Dyson Daniels.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Tim, you look at Cason Wallace. He has been a plug-and-play defensive guard in this league.
Well, B.A., you're talking about a guy who wants to pick you up full court every minute he's on the floor. He is just tireless and relentless on the defensive end. He's the kind of player every coach wants to have. Regardless of his minutes, he makes the impact defensively.
I've heard you say it before. The fastest way to minutes, if you're a young guy, is on the defensive end.
Coaches are taking notice of that want-to factor.
Outside Risacher. Okongwu, a screen on Caruso. The 3 from Risacher. Here's Okongwu. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Here's Caruso. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Tim, despite their youth, the Hawks have been able to remain pretty competitive.
Well, when you look at this lineup, you see a lot of length and versatility, and that's where this league is headed. So they are creating a roster for positionless basketball.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. And he's good on the second.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
The Hawks lead by 5. Young with it. 5 points in the game. From behind the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. The finish! SGA with the big finish on the fast break.
And you have to keep an eye on SGA in transition defensively.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Young. Down low. Pass to Okongwu. And stolen by Williams. Now Wallace. Outside, Williams. Good D by Okongwu.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul of the game. And Atlanta making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Then for Oklahoma City, Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Now here's Johnson. He has 6. Here's Young. Oh, Young with the power move.
Well, Trae Young showing you that he can overcome any type of coverage and still get it done.
Risacher with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Pass to Young. Johnson a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And Trae Young doing a great job of reading the game. Saw the opening and he delivered the pass right on time.
And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. Second, the Thunder.
And when you look at their block totals from last year, I really love how this team protected the rim.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Now here's Daniels. Give him 8. And here's Risacher. Okongwu, a screen on Williams. Risacher drives in. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 9.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. Takes a 3. And Young pulls it down.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Daniels. The 3 ball. Fires in the triple. And now it's a 12-point Hawks lead.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
To halt the run. SGA, what a finish.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Atlanta leading by 10. Daniels outside. Pass to Risacher. The 3. The Thunder with the rebound.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
The offensive rebound. And it's Holmgren missing. Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Risacher. The kick out to Johnson. From outside the arc. Daniels misses. Thunder trail by 10. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Williams. Risacher with some nice D.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Outside Young. Young won't be held back.
Yeah, for a smaller guard, Young is very skilled at taking the hit and converting regardless.
Oklahoma City's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And great passing, so often the thing that separates the good from the great. Who, for your money, Tim, is the best in the association?
Well, what's crazy, B.A., is I think the top of the list belongs to a center. That's right. Nikola Jokic, to me, an all-time talent, still in his prime, and his playmaking ability unquestionably the best we have ever seen at the center position.
Never seen any player like him. He's amazing.
Maybe never will either.
And Atlanta has possession following the three by Oklahoma City. Young, the pass to Porzingis. Shoots over Hartenstein, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. And the Hawks lead by 11.
He can beat you inside. He can beat you outside. Porzingis is truly the prototypical stretch big.
Now here's Wallace. Back to SGA. Just 5 to shoot. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter, and now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
He is soaring on that one. Johnson going up high to get his hands on it.
Thunder trail by 11. Inside. Hartenstein in the post. Working on Porzingis. Hartenstein, no good.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Young against SGA. 19-footer. Young misses.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved he didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Now here's SGA. He's got 6. Holmgren inside, covered by Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Holmgren.
Yeah, Holmgren meets some resistance there inside, but he stays strong and gets right through it.
SGA against Young. Outside Johnson. To the middle. Tipped. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh, he's a big guy, but he's also very athletic. Hartenstein playing well above the rim.
Outside Young. Here's Rizachet. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more... Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. 2 quarters in the books. Dyson Daniels really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Rizachet at the 3, Johnson at the 4. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Well, Legs, the last few years, big men have been owning the MVP discussion. Now, enter SGA.
Yeah, and B.A., this is the scariest part. SGA has room to grow. The guy is still in his mid-20s and is arguably the best player in the game.
Pass to Holmgren. Spins. Towering on the interior, Holmgren.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area, huh?
Now here's Young. Holmgren with the block.
That is just great rim protection by Holmgren.
Young misses.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Williams passes to Holmgren, and Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Up top, Holmgren, covered by Johnson. And Jalen Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Outside for Dort. Fires the three. The rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got rebound number 8 now. Johnson a screen on SGA. Young from long range. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist by Young. Young's got 6 assists in the game.
And when Johnson puts it all together like this, he is special. Right now, he is absolutely torching those guys.
And Hartenstein slams it in.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
Daniels outside. Back to Young. From deep, Johnson. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound in this one. From deep, SGA. SGA from distance.
Whatever they said at halftime, it is working. They look super confident out there.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And Tim, to have the success that SGA has had, is there something different to his approach?
Well, B.A., I just think he's so shifty, so quick in changing directions, and he can decelerate once he gets into the paint. That change of pace makes it very difficult to stop, and it's the reason he's the perennial league leader in drives to the rim.
Shout out Canada too, eh?
Of the North.
4 on the clock. Here's Young. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Dort finds SGA. Here's SGA. And SGA throws it down.
Yeah, great drive by SGA, and he slams it to finish it.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Outside Rizachet. There's the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. He's got 11. Dort with it. Over Daniels. The shot by Dort, no good.
Well, it's tough to defend those fall-away jumpers. That's about as good a job as you can do.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Williams' shot is good.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Next game against the Bulls at United Center. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
Tim, you look at his career rate of assists per game. Trae Young, one of the most prolific passers ever to lace him up.
Yeah, B.A., despite the fact that he's known for shot making, it's his vision that sets him apart, and it's the reason you want the ball in his hands.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Pass to Rizachet. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. Atlanta, second.
Well, this is a team that preaches ball movement. Just look at their assist totals from last season. They are determined to create high percentage shots.
SGA passes to Dort. Holmgren outside. Out to the right wing. Launches a three. Johnson with the defensive effort.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the paint. And stolen by Hartenstein. Dort against Young. The shot by Dort, no good.
Yeah, if you get that close to the rim, you have to capitalize. Tough to see him come up short there.
And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks. And despite their historic regular season success, OKC still had their doubters around the league, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and it was verging on disrespect if you ask me. But youth and inexperience counted against them. Now, they knew their true test would come in the playoffs, and they passed it with flying colors, taking home the championship.
Young looking around. Outside Johnson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
And Atlanta making a change here. Daniels is checked in, and so Hartenstein nails both of them. And Tim, we'd heard Hawks players in the past saying this team lacked an identity. You think one's emerging?
Well, offensively, they're still centered around the playmaking of Trae Young, and defensively, they're starting to establish a culture. It's headlined by Dyson Daniels.
Wallace, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Oklahoma City on D. They lead by 1. Daniels outside. Pass to Porzingis. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Wallace up top, covered by Alexander Walker. SGA against Daniels. 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. They swipe it. Here's Alexander Walker. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Dort outside. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Wallace, the pass to Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
He is just too quick and too active. Shea is someone who lives at the free throw line.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Okongwu's checked in for Johnson. Then for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Williams. And it's Caruso in for Dort. And the second free throw is good. And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Risache. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's Caruso. Good D by Okongwu. The Hawks trailing. To the inside, Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Wallace. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The crossover. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Thunder.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Krejci's checked in for Rizachet, and it's Kennard in for Daniels.
Well, and this is why he's a perennial MVP. Very few guys mean more to their team than SGA.
Clock at 6. Porzingis is doubled. What a finish from Porzingis.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
14 feet away. A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Porzingis sets a screen. Pass to Krejci. From 11 feet away. Kicks it out to Kennard. Launches it. They get it again. Here's Krejci. Outside Porzingis. Now here's Kennard. Ooh, tough possession there. They stayed with it. Just couldn't make the shot. Kennard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins looking around. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up at the stripe. The rebound by Krejci. Hawks trail by 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Porzingis. Over Wiggins. Porzingis can't get that one to fall.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Launches it from deep. Count it! What a play! No time to
Tremendous
spare.
awareness.
Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer. Whew.
We always talk about closing quarters and halves, the importance of it. There you go.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Thunder. He was dominant this quarter, scoring and Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Everybody keep shooting the ball, all right?
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Thunder, Wallace and Williams run the wings. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position.
And that's a big part of this team's offense. Young's ability to get to the line and convert easy points.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Young from long range. Wallace pulls it in.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
Pass to Williams. Up and over Kennard. Williams misses. Hawks trail by 4. Now here's Young. To the paint. And stolen by Williams. Now here's Wallace. Covered by Alexander Walker. Wallace, the pass to Wiggins. Williams against Kennard. Tries it from 19. And Williams punches it home.
A beautiful job running pick and roll right there. Williams showing you how dynamic he can be as a playmaker.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That'll be a second foul of the game. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Now Kennard to the middle. Clock at 4.
Oh, my! That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Wallace, left side. And down it goes. 2 points.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Okongwu, a screen on Caruso. There's Young with the 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making shots or find another way to help his team.
Wallace, the pass to Wiggins. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Caruso against Young. Pass to Newell. Right side, Young. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Wiggins. Down low. Williams' shot is good. And now a 10-point Oklahoma City lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here's Young. Fearless from Young inside.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. A different look for Oklahoma City. Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Joe comes in for Wallace. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Wiggins. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He encouraged them to keep on the pressure, saying, you guys are forcing a lot of turnovers, and it's because you're communicating and working together as a unit. Keep it up. Defense is clearly a priority.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And he drops the first.
And after not getting to the line in the first half, he has changed his mentality. He's being much more aggressive.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league. That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Joe, the pass to Williams. Now SGA. Good on the bucket. SGA's got 25 points.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Hawks trail by 11. Daniels outside. Back to Young. Young with a screen on Holmgren. Here's Porzingis. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Well, it's a make or miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
SGA doubled. Inside. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, they've gotten the matchup they want every time up the floor, and they have taken advantage of that.
Good ball movement here by Atlanta. To the middle. From about 16. No luck on that one.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Back to SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander, double team. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Young's got 4 rebounds now. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And he He's going for the lob. KP flying high.
You see the reach of Porzingis. His length is what makes him a prime-time alley-oop threat.
Thunder leading by 11. Outside, SGA. Holmgren outside. Outside, Williams. Screen by Holmgren. From the arc. Williams, that's good.
And the vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision-making.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Daniels outside. Back to Young. Johnson on the wing. Outside Young. There's the screen by Johnson. Lets the three fly. The Thunder with the rebound. Outside Joe. The three-pointer off the mark. Hawks trail by 14. Daniels passes to Young. Back to Daniels. Pass to Young. The three is up. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 16-6 run. Williams with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. From deep, SGA. Atlanta with a rebound. Johnson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Rizachet, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Showcasing his athleticism. Plays like this are why you gotta be excited about Rizachet's future in this league.
For the Thunder, Isaiah Hartenstein comes in for Caruso, and it's Lou Dort in for Joe. Outside Dort. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Six on the shot clock. Here's Dort. Puts up the tray. Johnson with the rebound.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Rizachet drives in. Daniels fires. Money from three.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Releases from 15. And Porzingis with the block. And they get it back. Outside SGA. Another chance. Oh, he can't hit it.
Well, after a great start, he has really cooled off pretty quickly.
Porzingis putting the size to work.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
A minute 53 left in the final quarter. Now pass to Williams. Cash from downtown.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Hawks trail by 10. Young with it. He's picked up by SGA. Takes a three. Oh, no good.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Holmgren with a screen on Young. Outside Dort for three. It's money from deep.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Atlanta has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Thunder.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Ooh, they can't stop the run with that one. And it's Caruso with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Wiggins outside. Clock at 6. Caruso outside. Oh, it doesn't go. And so Oklahoma City takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll do it, folks. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.